1 घंटे बाद करूंगा आपसे। नवीन सर 5 सेकंड और बस तैयार हैं, ठीक है?
राइट सर, राइट सर, राइट।
हाँ जी,
स्टार्ट।
Very good afternoon to everyone present here. I, Dr. Gopal Krishnan from IMT College of Engineering from the Department of Electronics and Communication. I welcome you all to this great event, sir. It gives me great pleasure to extend a warm welcome on the behalf of my department, that is Electronics and Communication Engineering, IMT College of Engineering, Greater Noida. IMT College of Engineering is a part of IMT group of colleges, having 6 colleges in a single campus. It has law, engineering, diploma, pharmacy, management, and science and technology. More than 5,000 students are pursuing their studies in the campus. IMT has a wonderful track record of industrial placements of its final year students. In fact, many of the students have been able to get their placements abroad also. And since its inception, number of graduates have been succeeded in getting admission in various institutions of international reputations and repute. Department of Electronics and Communication today is conducting a workshop on expressing your organization to others for collaboration for faculties. And for this great event, I am honored to invite Professor Naveen Rathiji, who has accepted our invitation to be a part of the event, to be a speaker of the day. Sir, very good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Please allow me to say a few words in the honor of Professor Naveen Rathiji. He has done BE in Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering in 91. Then he did his MTech, that is Master's degree in Electronics and Communication in 2007. He did his PhD, that is Doctorate degree in System Design in 2013. He has a vast experience of more than 10 years in ABV company as a project management department. He has completed 7 turnkey projects on bottling plant, power cable, and 132 kilowatt manufacturing units. He has completed projects in Germany, France, Norway, Saudi Arabia, Hungary. He got training on installation and project management from SIPA Italy. He has 3 patents to his credit in Australian granted and 7 Indian patents he has published. He has completed projects worth 18 lakhs with BEL, that is Bharat Electronics Limited, and DRDL Hyderabad, AICT Delhi. He has 14 years of teaching experience, rich experience of 14 years in teaching also. He has, to his achievement, he achieved first position in AICT Chhatra Vishwakarma Award in 2018. And he has been runner-up in SIH 2019, that is Smart India Hackathon. He has runner-up in Texas Innovation Challenge in IISc Bangalore in self-driving cars. And his field of interest includes agricultural systems, embedded system design, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, healthcare devices, etc. Sir, thank you very much for being a part of the show, part of the event. May I request Professor Rathi to please continue?
Thank you, Dr. Gopal Krishnan, for giving me this opportunity to be here today and share my views on this particular know-how topic, which is the need of the hour, expressing your organization to the others for faculty collaborations. First of all, I would like to thank our department head, Dr. Seema Nayak, our director, Dr. Gaurav Sinha, Deputy Director, Dr. Manoj Rana sir, and our head R&D, my boss, Dr. Sanjay Pachori sir, for giving me this opportunity to discuss today about this particular wonderful topic. So let's not waste the time and then start sharing my screen, which is important to start up with the session. Is the screen visible, sir, to everybody? Hello? Sir, is the screen visible?
Sir, the screen is perfectly visible, sir. You can continue, please.
Okay. So today we are assembled here for this workshop of 1 hour on expressing your organization to the others for collaboration of faculties. To start up with, let me say a few words, which is the need of the hour today. the basic mantra of today's business is we have to collaborate. And collaboration of faculties in the workplace, when I say in the workplace, it means I'm talking about at two different locations, at two different means, where geographical wise there can be the barriers, continent wise can be the barriers, language, caste, or religion, with the same set of goals. And it is a sign of effective team as it harnesses the best out of two or more individuals together. So efficiency, what I feel, is an essential part of a team and an important aspect of the working environment and the workplace. So when you have the faculties collaboration, you will always see the positive results. At the biggest, fear of checking whether the faculties are able to perform together will be eliminated. So when you work in group, it makes the faculties more responsible, and it also raises your motivational level. So thing is, why should your organization faculties collaborate? So collaboration basically will generate a circle of knowledge and will allow each faculty members to understand their role. So there are smart organizations who collaborate with higher educational institutes and who look for encouraging their staff always to work with each other. So there can be several reasons for it. So let's see what are the possible reasons for collaborating your organization faculties. First thing is, we learn from each other. When you collaborate, you learn from each other. So what does it mean is, when we are learning from each other, what does it mean? So there can be faculties from different regions, then from different experiences, different backgrounds, different language barriers. So in that all, you are learning something when you share your experiences with the others. So faculty members, when they work in collaboration with each other, will always have an opportunity to learn from each other's successes and failures. They will have an organizational approach when they are learning the things. And the organization will not deviate from its goals, whether it's a long term or a short term, because as the task will be assigned to those who will be able to reach the targets. So this is something which I put it at the number one, because there you got more to learn. And then coming on to the second, it's a better problem solving. Whenever you collaborate your faculties with the higher educational institutes across the globe, then you have a better problem solving. So organization collaboration means bringing the varied talents together, and you make a pool of different skills and knowledge. When more competent and experienced peoples are brought together, team will undergo better problem solving approach. And then you are able to solve the problems within no time, because you have a pool of talents. And then you will know the bigger picture, because as you can see from this picture, excuse me, because I used to visualize the things the way it comes in your mind. So you will not find much of the literature during my presentations. The picture speaks itself. So here you can see different people working in collaboration with the faculties from different backgrounds, and they give you more chance to grasp the differences that they have. And they will definitely complement each other in various areas, and one can use it for their businesses. No doubt, if the result can goes against your expectations also, but you will still have the fruits of having a partnership that will still let you achieve a great deal. And then finally, when you're coming on to the next point, you are breaking down the barriers. So when I say breaking down the barriers, because successful academic organizations, I've seen, they always put their faculty members in collaboration. Faculty members of the single department are not just in collaboration, but it extends across all departments in an organization, as everybody will be contributing towards certain goals in an organization, and it will provide a great feedback loop that the particular organization can use for their projects, because everyone in the team will be able to express their opinions to better deliver the organization goals. And for that, you need to have the powerful tools. So this is something more important which will help in collaboration. because today we are going through this pandemic and online is the only possibilities to collaborate. So the online collaboration tools, because today the power of social media cannot compete with the other ways of bringing entire groups together. So there are many cloud-based collaboration tools like ProofHub is there, Dynamics Teams are there, Sage is there, Slack is there, and numbers of them. So they can bring the entire faculties together. So online tools are making it easier for the faculties to connect and collaborate and remain in sync with each other. But to add up into this, there can be some other aspects also. Brainstorming, we can have a brainstorming because collaboration always allows the faculty members to come together on a common platform and a common goal by brainstorming to provide the various solutions. Then equal partaking, because collaboration gives the faculty members equal opportunities to participate and communicate their ideas. And then we have got another important, which is better participation. So when I say better participation, because when you work on the projects together in collaboration, each team member should have equal participation, right? And then each member of a team should provide the better input. They should have brainstorm unique ideas and find solutions to the various project problems from time to time. And then effective team collaborations make all this extremely easy because it solves all the obstacles that may stand in the way of achieving your final project goals and aims. And then doing all this, you get a faster production. Because as well known said by Vince Lombardi, a society worker, that individual commitments to a group effort, that is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, and a civilization work. So the point is, when an uninitiated group of faculties comes together and they work on a common goal, it takes longer to start and complete. However, whole scenario will change when a well-coordinated and collaborative group of faculty members work together. So the whole process will speed up and the final outcome is much better than what everyone also expect from the particular groups. Now, how to improve the faculty collaboration? How you can improve the faculty collaboration? There has to be some parameters. So first thing is, because sometimes I have seen when you go for the faculty collaboration with the higher educational institute across the globe, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. Because if it doesn't work, then how you have to improve? So this is what I want to share. So the thing is, first thing is you evaluate it. Why it is not working? Figure out the problem first. Find out why your current collaboration strategy is failing. Is it about the trust? Is it about the chemistry? Is it about the competitiveness or something else? Just evaluate the current situation and build a strategy for the future accordingly. Because if you don't have a clue about where to start, here's what you can do. You can use the survey team members and ask them for their opinions and perceptions. Maybe after that, you can put your step back and observe the team in actions as the leaders and come to your conclusion and then craft your further strategies. And then another way of improving is you have to aggregate and adapt. Because a collaborative in charge, because anyhow, when you go for collaboration, somebody has to take the lead. Somebody has to be the in charge. A collaborative in charge will bring the ideas to the table by collecting their ideas of the entire faculty members, their suggestions and goals of individual organizations. So it will have the organization in charge to aggregate the skill sets of the whole faculty members. And collaboration will bring successful result by remaining adaptive and flexible. Then another thing, you have to be a good listener. So you have to listen first. Because whenever the faculty members are working as a group with different ideas, they need to collaborate into the workable solutions. And it will depend on effective collaborations. You have to find the root of any new suggestions. And for finding it, you require attentive listening to everyone before coming up to an outcome. Because active collaboration includes provide feedback, to have a discussion in real time, and it also involves quick response to the faculty members who want to be heard and valued, because we have to give our landing ear to the entire faculty members who are there on the collaboration. Then for this, as I told you, we are going through the pandemic. So you can use to-do apps. You can use the to-do apps. There are so many apps available, which I have been using in the project, has been the proof of the best which I have seen in the project management. The Slack, another important feature, because there are a number of apps which are available. But the thing is, which one to be used? Because a team collaboration tool will help you so many options for everyone to do and manage their task in their own way. Because working and solving an exercise in collaboration with others, it is always done in a better way with the help of project management tools. Just as I told you, ProofHub, Slack, and Sage, there are so many. So a team collaboration tool is very important. And then coming on to the very important point, which I make always during my presentation, is you have to be very transparent. Because the most effective collaborations are not much worried about the titles and the rules. They are more focused on finding the solutions, regardless of who is finding it. So the effective collaborators should share the information across the entire group. That increases a sense of community workplace. So you have to be very transparent. You should not hide any information. Whosoever is finding it, ultimately, the winner is the organization, the faculty members. And then you always have to be energized. When I say an energized, you have to a motivated team, because when the motivated team is there, it is the strongest asset of getting out a final outcome of a project. So an effective collaborator, faculty members will make sure that everyone works smart and hard. So it will bring energy into a conversation by helping the entire faculty members feel valued. The faculty members should be always appreciated for a job well done. Team collaboration will also talk about issues that will bring team motivation about what needs to be done. And then something which is very important, and that is called building the activities. You have to keep on building the activities among the faculty members who are part of a particular collaboration group. So the faculty members can collaborate in a better way if they are involved in team building activities. So team building activities will bring positive impact on the working culture, because it will improve your communication, it will motivate the employees, it will increase the productivity and help the faculty to get to know each other in a better way. Then another thing, if every faculty member is putting something or the other, their ideas, their unique ideas, their critical design thinking, then they need to be credited. So give credit where it is needed. Because another key trait of effective collaboration in the group is constant recognition and appreciation. And we are not just talking about annual appraisals or weekly performance emails, nothing like that. As a team leader, as a collaborator, or someone with authority, one can make appreciation an integral part of the entire faculty members every day during their interaction. If someone is doing a good job, or if someone has delivered their assigned task before the desired due date, just recognize and appreciate them and their work via team meetings or group discussion. So you can see over here, a person who does good, a simple handshaking and acknowledging that to the entire other groups, it will motivate them like that. So giving credit wherever it is needed is most important. Then another thing is, you have to keep an open mind. You have to keep an open mind, because keeping an open mind is not just about encouraging everyone in the group to come up with innovative ideas. There's something more important in it. Listening to the other ideas, because create a collaborative work environment where your faculty members can keep an open mind about sharing and listening to each other ideas, their suggestions, their criticisms, and the concerns, because this in turn will ensure quicker problem solving. better teamwork. It will enhance the trust among the faculty members. And most importantly, greater group productivity. This is most important. And then if I see many times in the collaborations also, there is a team leader, maybe from the one organization or the other. So in that particular case, you have to revitalize and infuse the inspiration from time to time. Because I have seen that most leaders make the mistake of believing that the faculty members is working optimally. So to be an effective collaborative in charge, it is important that you ensure to infuse inspiration and vigor into the workspace and your group. So this is what we were here. So it is, I was thinking about the collaborators who are leading the organizations. So sometimes they do make the mistake of believing that their faculty members are working optimally. But to be an effective and collaborative manager, it is important that one should ensure to infuse inspiration and vigor into the workspace and your faculty members from time to time. Also, when it comes to offering criticism, do it in a kind way. Try to critique the mistakes rather than imply. Of course, there will be issues big and small which needs to be addressed, but all of that can be done in a way that encourages and motivates the team, not the opposite. Right? So, how you approach it? So, in that particular case, the thing is, what are the examples of the teamwork and collaboration in the organization? So for that, what is required? Because collaborations today may be the buzzword for 2021, with more and more ideas about how best to join the forces and use each other's strengths positively. Organization collaboration has become an essential part of workplace collaboration in the entire globe. So for that, you require to have interactive displays. So here I have shown you the interactive display, because interactive displays are one of the best ways that the organizations can collaborate to share their ideas and concepts. Because we people have been using during our industry days, using these displays, it was easy to map out your spider diagrams. Then you have got different ideas in different colors, and you can invite the other people to share their thoughts, even if they are not present in the conference room. So a device which is like an interactive display is essential for many collaborations. So another one is Trello. So here you can see this Trello. So it is a great, you can say it is a corporate collaboration trend. So it is completely free to use, but you have to say some premium to upgrade with better features. But it is very easy to use and is fantastic for the group peoples to work on. So the essence of Trello is that it lets you organize your projects into the boards. So you can decide what the boards are, but many people used to be done in progress and done to keep the track of the projects. So it's like an online to-do list. And everyone knows that to-do lists are one of the key skills for collaboration. Then coming on to video conferencing. So video conferences also plays a very important role. And then you have got hot desking. So this is a culture which has been adopted in higher educational institutes and the corporate worlds in the Europeans. So where the individuals are free to sit anywhere and they can open up their desk and get in collaboration with the other group members around the organization. But here in this particular scenario, the problem is the security issues, the secrecy of the organization, because you cannot keep a check. Hot desking is allowed only if it is under the vicinity of the organization area. So then coming on to the another one is a huddle room. So when I say huddle rooms, so in this huddle rooms also you see there's a conference over there where only the defined and the limited group of collaborators are sitting there and they are chatting with a personal organization goals. So that can be the one options. And then a very important is a Google Drive. So when Google Hangouts, because I have seen that Google Hangouts is a great video chatting tool, but there are lots of ways to use the Google for effective collaboration in the organization. And because it is free to use and easy to understand and makes it idle for all sort of things. So think of Google Office software as Microsoft, but online. You can not only write the documents using the Google Docs, you can make your spreadsheets with Google Sheets and slideshows with Google Slide, but you can invite people to collaborate on them as well. So Google Document is possibly the most used and is a great way to collaborate with the remote faculty members. So it is possible to work together in the real time whenever the faculty members is in the world, which makes the possibilities endless. And then finally, coming up are the parameters. What are the parameters on which collaboration needs to be done? Because this is something which the entire organizations are looking on what parameters we should collaborate with the other organization, whether there will be a win-win situation, whether we'll be able to sustain our relation for a long term, whether our faculty members will be benefited, and if our faculty members are benefited, how and what are the parameters where we can collaborate with the others. So in that particular case, there can be some parameters. So both parties should find the possibilities first of estimating their research potential, and they should make a note of their expertise. Because unless and until you know your research potential and your expertise, you cannot go for collaborations. And then finally, what are the areas where collaborative research can be conducted? So it can be from any particular domain, from any particular department or any particular group coming into an organization, which is a part of the organization, that all areas has to be conducted. And then you can exchange of specific domain faculty and student experts by having a mutual understanding between the organization. Because in one organization, there can be one faculty who is very strong in a particular domain, and he is capable of handling the entire unique problems which the society is facing. And then that particular faculty can deliver the lectures online, or if the time permits, we can have exchange of faculty programs. And then we can have some student experts also who, while graduations and doing their post-graduation, they can have a mastery in a particular domain, and their experiences can also be shared or exchanged with the other organization. Then coming on to the IPs, we can have a collaboration on the intellectual properties also. We can have the collaborations on the ventures and startups. We can have a collaboration on innovation and incubation center, which is only possible if you already have an innovation and incubator center existing in your organization, because this is something which puts a very good impression when you go for a collaboration with the other higher educational institute, because that itself puts an impression that what all the faculties are, how they have been experimenting in their incubation centers, what all projects they have been handling with the student, what all ventures they have been into, what all startup they have been into, what all the products they have designed and developed. So the different collaborator groups can visit individually to one another organization from time to time. And then, which is very important, is if the resources are available in one organization in one particular domain, and the other organization is having the resources in other domain, then they can share their expertise with the help of internship exchange programs. And then finally, since we are talking about collaboration of the faculties, research is one of the major focus areas. So research paper collaboration is very important, because I have seen from the Business Today and SpeedNet India, their research says in the Australia, there are 5 universities where when they have collaboration, their research paper percentage has grown to 29% within a span of 1.5 years. So whenever we go for such type of research paper collaboration, because you have particular research where our organization might not be aware of the particular domain where the research activities are going on, but we have our faculty members who are good in a particular domain. So whenever we go for such type of collaboration, more and more authors can collaborate together to come out with a good research paper findings. And then finally, the product development, the product development collaboration. Then when I say this product development collaboration, because whenever we are designing the product uh, for in our lab, maybe in our incubation lab, maybe our innovation lab, because whatever product we are designing, that is to serve the society. That is to serve the society. The best example is we have seen how many new products in terms of the ventilators have been across, the different masks have been available during this pandemic area. So these are something which are being done in the lab. So this is something where we can concentrate more on collaboration, because anyhow, the products are to be developed only by a team of great faculty members who are expertise in a particular domain. And then finally, when we go for collaboration of such activities, we need to have a proper agreement which should be signed, but with crystal clear objectives and organization goals are to be placed over there, because this is something very important. Then how you can do this? For that, organization has to be very innovative in there, because if you are not innovative in your approach, then you cannot go for the collaboration. So organization has to be very innovative in a particular approach, because whenever I say innovation approach, so people might think that innovation today, everybody is talking about innovations and innovation. But thing is, do we actually go for the innovations? The thing is that do we actually go for the innovations? So here, now I'll be showing you what are the different ways of generating the interest and what should be the opportunity. So first thing is you support the opportunities for the innovation in your organization, because as I told you, as innovation experts puts it up, no matter of what form innovation takes short, agile sprints or long-term grand challenge investment, innovation is fundamentally about solving the problems. As you think about your organization, what problems needs to be solved, where do the opportunities lie? Once you land on some promising ideas, then you can continue to explore them from different angles. And by doing so, you may discover even more exciting possibilities. Then you have to prioritize the opportunities, because sometimes the organization doesn't have infinite time and resources. So prioritize potential innovations depending upon where you think you'll get the most bang for your buck. Narrow it, one or two or three ideas you think are the most worth digging into, testing and refining. Then express them as hypotheses you can test through targeted experiments. And then test your potential innovations. Keep your experiments modest in this scope, especially when you're starting out. You may want to begin with the paper prototypes or simple drawings of the new products or the process that you and users can interact with, to see what works and what doesn't, because they are quick and inexpensive, and they help you figure out where you need to tweak your concept. With each round of testing, move to progressively more complex experiments involving more number of faculty members. Then you need to build support for your innovations. You don't have to feel shy. Make sure the time is right and tell your story to all your stakeholders, including those who resource backing your need and those who directly benefit from your innovation. You'll want to tailor your approach based on what's important to each person and what you need from them. And then finally, learn from your innovation efforts. You probably heard the mantra, fail fast, learn fast. So after each innovation list, what you would do again and what you wouldn't. And don't overthink failure. The key is learn from it and apply those lessons to your next innovations. So this is how the approach should be. And then And now I'll show you some real facts, how the people have the innovative approach. General Motors, they announced in 2016 that they are going to invest $500 million in Lyft, a great giant organization. And then within few years, Ford revealed its own partnership with the ride-sharing experience. So can you see why two of the country's largest automakers collaborate with a company which always discourages consumers from buying cars? So if I talk in short answer, the short answer would be to develop and test the self-driving vehicles. And the longer answer will be because transportation is rapidly evolving and manufacturers need to find new ways to stay competitive. As the General Motors president, I'll give you the quote over here. As General Motors president Dan Amman, he told the Business Insider that we have seen our business changing more in the last 5 years than it did in the 50 years prior. See the change. Within a span of 5 years, people have changed up their mindset and how they have come up and collaborate with the organization who are discouraging the consumers now from buying the cars. So these are some real facts. And then today we have seen that every industry is being challenged by dynamically, globally, and changes in the technology, right? I think everybody will agree on it. And all industries need to respond to a particular challenge. And for that, today's executives needs to prioritize the innovation and embolden their employees to think and act like the entrepreneurs. But how do you create that particular culture? How do you create that particular culture in your organization? For that, I'll give you a few tips so that you can inspire the innovation within your organizations. So first is the embrace failures, because innovation requires is taking a certain level of risk. Because with risk, though often comes failure, and company need to prepare for and be tolerant of that reality. Because breakthrough doesn't occur when companies plays it safe. I'm talking about another fact. You see, a global conglomerate, Tata, they always gives out a Dare to Try award. What is this award? It is given to those with the most novel, daring, and seriously attempted ideas that did not achieve the desired results. So you are embracing the failures. So you see, always Tata every year they give a Dare to Try award, and this is always for the employees, those who are having the novel ideas and they dare to do something and they seriously attempt their ideas, but they are not achieving the desired results. Similarly, a Google Innovation Lab in New Jersey, they rewards teams who kill their ideas as soon as evidence suggests it. You see how best it is to embrace the failures because it motivates them. As to Taylor, who is the head of the Google Innovation Lab, they say, make it safe to fail, because even giving bonuses to each team member after the group projects has been shut down because they were being failed. But after that also, bonuses are given to them. And then failure doesn't always mean a mistake was made, because if well-intentioned, it means a valuable business lesson was learned from it. And then another important aspect is you dedicate the right resources. So when I say dedicate the right resources, because you need to have the complete structure where you can do some innovation. So Google, the most famous management philosophy is 20% time. I think most of the business students and business faculties might be aware of. What is this 20% time? That the employees are encouraged to spend 20% of their time working on the projects they would most benefit the companies. You see, these are these success of those particular groups who are often based on what they have been allotted if they have been allotted the proper resources. So the initiative has reportedly increase the Google's some successful products, which includes your Gmail and AdSense. So these are something which has helped them when 20% time management philosophy is being adopted. And then Liberal Mutual Solane Labs. It's a Marian is in charge of this particular lab from University of California, and it shows how the organization can empower their faculty members. Even though it's an insurance company which has been started by the University of California, but they have put out the working space in one of the Boston's, what you call as WeWork buildings. So the insurance company is recently rented out. So you see, their business are operating like a startup, and this is where their employees can focus on developing the disruptive ideas and tuning these ideas into their products. So then expose the employees. Another important parameter is exposing the employees to the open innovation. As I told you, I'm giving the facts. Liberty Mutual, it is focused on its investing in early stage companies where innovations are there in relation to hardware, software, or business models that are reshaping the insurance industry. Because investing in startups is one way to encourage the open innovations. So what is open innovation? It is a coin which is termed by Henry Chesberger. He's a professor at University of California at Haas School of Business. Because through the process of open innovation, companies, universities, and individuals or agencies, they will collaborate to create a product or service. And for that, each partner will share the risks and rewards that comes from the collaboration and gain access to internal and external ideas. Then another thing is, I'll give you another important fact. You see, I think most of the faculty members might be aware of General Electric Company. He has held more than 100 open innovation challenges, with the most recent focusing on developing a data-driven approach to solve the problems of water scarcity. Because this is something which is the need of the hour and in the future too. So winner always received $10,000 in cash and a $25,000 development grant. So there might be some other awards which might include, because if that particular ideas or the project which you have developed, it gets clicked into the, who knows, you might become a G supplier. Then another thing, this G's company, they believe that it is impossible for any organization to have all the best ideas. And writes G, they say, we strive to collaborate with experts and entrepreneurs everywhere who share our passion to solve some of the world's most pressing issues. Then you train your employees. You have to train your employees in design thinking, because my personal gut feeling is, if your faculty members are trained in design thinking, then you can take to inspire innovation in utilizing your design thinking. It could be a good approach for collaboration. So what are those areas? Because design thinking, as I told you, it's a customer-centric approach to brainstorming the new ideas and solving the problems. And it is a key component to learn the innovation. So design thinking has broken down into the 5 phases, which I'm showing it over here. So empathize is one of the particular phase which has to be handled, and then define is the another phase. So when I say empathize, it means you have to observe, you have to engage with the users to discover their pain points, what are their wants and what are their needs. And then for defining, you have to go through your research and note what stood out as you were talking to the customers, and then try to figure out the actual problem. Once you try to figure out the actual problem, then only you go for your ideas, because this is where divergent and convergent thinking will come in. So here is what your brainstorm potential solution to the problem will come into the picture. Once your ideas are okay, you have done a good homework on this particular idea by seeing the particular solution, by going through different types of prototypes and simulation and analysis, then you go for the particular prototype. Because after selecting the top most ideas, because while ideating, you'll be getting 1,000 ideas from different faculty members, but we have to see which idea is going to be the best for the solutions to the problem. So after selecting the top ideas, start building your prototype, even if it's just using paper and pen. But just start for making a prototype. Once the prototypes are made, then put your prototypes into testing. Then put your prototypes into the user's hand and iterate the product based on their feedback. Because unless and until you put your prototypes into the user's hands, who are the actual users, who are the actual customers who are going to use your product, and then their feedback is more important, because seeing their feedback, you can do changes into your prototype or the actual going into the final stage of the product. So design thinking can spark the creativity, and it can provide the companies with a better understanding of their end users, rather than build around with the senior leadership thinks the problem is. So faculty members can develop and deliver their products. They know their customers want. So at the end of the day, to truly inspire the innovation with your organization, senior leadership does need to prioritize and support these initiatives. Because just because you have an innovation lab or team, it doesn't mean we are going to be innovative. As a professor from MIT, Marian says, it takes the right culture, it takes the right mindset, and your organizational design to enable the bottom up innovations. But then innovation needs to be championed and funded from the top down approach. Then to conclude, my presentation, I will only say that growing companies need to understand the value of collaboration, to look for ways to encourage it with their teams. Because bring a collaborative spirit among your faculties and turn your workforce to be more productive and more fruitful. Because when faculty members, educators work together, they form important professionals and personal relationships. Because faculties, they often draw the support from each other, as we have seen in the organization, and they can delegate their tasks, which allows each one of them to feel very effective. And then collaboration between the faculties, it contributes to the organization improvement and overall the success of their students in the organization. So these are the sources from which I have gone through my presentation. So that's all for the day. So any queries? Now I'll put it up to the in charge, who is, yes, Gopal Krishan sir.
Professor Rathi, thank you very much, sir. In fact, I have been receiving multiple queries through feedback, and I have tried to note it down also, sir. First
Yes,
of all,
please.
sir, your video is off, sir.
Just a minute.
First of all, sir, my sincere thanks, and thank you very much, sir, for being on the show.
My pleasure,
And
sir.
sir, because I have been also into teaching for the last 20 years, and I have learned a lot. At least I know that for the collaboration for the faculties amongst various institutions, I was knowing only a certain defined set of tools, like we have been sharing our information through WhatsApp or maximum emails, etc. But you have told lot many tools others are also available, so that we
Yes.
can
Yes.
lively interact, and we can have a group discussion, we can have various meetings, we can exchange various innovative ideas. And because a success and success mantra of any organization's development is the constitute elements success, and that is we
Yeah.
faculty members and as well as the students.
Definitely.
And that needs very well shared and very well informatively said, that it is the success mantra will be like collaboration, and
Yeah.
it will be a team working, sir.
Yeah,
Very well said,
definitely.
sir. Very well said, sir. And sir, regarding students are basically have raised some queries on YouTube
Yes.
groups that whether students also can be a part of this kind of culture, this kind of
Yeah,
collaboration sharing.
yeah, definitely. As I told in my slides, that students, they can, while doing their graduation and the PGs or the doctorates, they can also become expertise in a particular domain because they'll be handling their projects right from the, because today in the organization, we as an industrialist, when we go for selection, we just try to figure out how much time they have put up in their projects. Because coming on to the last semester doesn't make a sense of the project, because project has to be initiated right from the second year itself. Because when you put up continuously 3 years into a project, you get a master in a particular domain, you get a master into a particular project, and then you increase or enhance your skill. So those students who got this expertise, they can also collaborate with the students of the same domain or various other domains which are the necessity of a particular student project, and then they can share and collaborate with the other higher educational institute students also. So because this is something, a new scenario which is going to happen within a very few span of maybe a 1 year or 2 years, because higher educational institute need to have the all the resources, because during this pandemic current scenarios, we never know when it is going to come down, whether we know when it is going to be off. Because today virtual labs are the resources which are available in higher educational institute,
Very right, sir.
where students can go and see the live project demonstrations. They can work on their project. As I've given the project management collaboration tools, students can work on those live projects and they can know, and the faculties who are part of the, as a mentor or as an instructor, they can visualize and analyze what is the status of the project. And if they need to share, they need to collaborate, they can take the help of the student from the outside globe also, not only to the individual organizations. This is
Sir,
something important.
sir, that means there are very clearly direct and indirect benefits of collaboration and team building among students also.
Yeah,
They will
definitely.
they will certainly be benefited while the recruiters look for the competent students amongst the final year students when they appear for the interviews.
Yeah, definitely,
So,
sir.
so that is also a great learning for the students also, sir.
Yeah.
And sir, other part is that you have shown you have informed so many technological applications for the which can help us in the area in time of pandemic,
Yes.
that we can use them
Yes.
for the collaboration, because right now we are not in able to physically interact with one another. So
Yes.
in the students domain also, I mean, they also can do something in this.
Why not? Why not? There is a, as I've shown you in the online collaboration management tools, there is a great lobby of the students who have been contributing like anything. GitHub is one of the most important live strategy which we
Okay.
people are seeing. Students can contribute over there as per their expertise and as per their domain or their field of interest. Because this is something which is going to be visualized and analyzed by the entire globe student community and the entire faculty community, because whatever you contribute to the already existing one is also helping you to learn something, is also helping you to achieve your goals, it also helping you enhancing your skill. Because sometimes I have seen a student who makes a big program, who makes a big project, but they are not aware of the power supplies.
Yes.
They're not aware of the power supplies, which is an important criteria for any product. So first thing is, try to understand your basics, learn your basic, get into the project right from the second year, because the moment you keep on learning your subject, your skills gets enhanced and you can incorporate those particular skills into your projects and see how best it can fit into your particular project. Because this is the need of the society. Because projects, when the students are making, my personal gut feeling is that students should do the project only if it is helping in serving the society and the community, because ultimate goal is humanity. Ultimate goal is humanity.
Right, sir. So that means this kind of work, this kind of collaboration and team building also helps them to have their social contacts also with the recruiters, their seniors, their
Yes.
juniors, and their
Yes.
teachers, faculties.
Yes.
So certainly, sir, at some point of time, it helps them getting a good career opportunity and grab it, sir.
Yeah, I'll be happy to maybe having, I'm feeling excited to share the project management tools which we have been using in the industry for our live projects, what are their status and all, because this is the need of the hour. You cannot go to the particular site and see what actually is the status. So these are some projects management tools which are online, helping you to see what actually your task is and what is the status. So I'll be very enjoying and interesting to share my thoughts anytime in future with your students.
Sir, I would love to hear from you in the near future. I will request my management and my department HOD to put up a different session, put up a new session and allow us to organize a new session so that students can learn regarding their projects completion well in time and efficiently, and they can learn how to effectively use the time in the area when in the time when we are not able to interact and we are not able to have the physical guidance from other faculties or I mean, even the students are reporting that they are not getting the hardwares and the software hardwares basically because the right now.
Right, right, right. I think sir, your audio is muted. Are you audible, sir? I'm not able to hear you.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Sir, thank you very much. I have taken a much time from your side, and the session has been very informative, sir.
Thank
Sir,
you so much, sir.
thanks a lot being a part of the event, sir, being a prominent speaker of the day. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Professor
so
Naveen.
much. Thank you so much.
Professor Naveen
Thank you so
Rathi,
much.
for
Thank you so much.
delivering such an informative session, sir. I'm
Thank you
sure
so
the
much.
students, faculty, and other learners must get benefited from it. And on the behalf of Department of Electronics and Communication, my sincere thanks to my college management, MD sir, for permitting us to organize this event, sir. I thank Dr. Sanjay Pachoriji, President IISc, IMT Group of Colleges, Dr. Gaurav Sinha, Director, IMT College of Engineering, Deputy Director, sir, of this engineering college. Thank you very much, sir, for all of them for extending their full-time support and guidance whenever I approach them. I must acknowledge the guidance of Professor Dr. Seema Naikji for supporting and giving us all the support and facilities for organizing this event. I thank the web team of my institute for providing such a technical, nice and very lively and whenever we need it for their support, they have given the support and for providing the link for the YouTube sharing and Instagram, Facebook. Every time they have been supporting us very effectively, sir. And last but not the least, I thank all the audience, students, faculty members,